Have you ever gone to the gym or worked out before? The majority of you guys probably have, but a lot of people have a skewed understanding of what working out efficiency to gain the most muscle mass actually means. In this speech, I'll be showing you guys how to take the steps in order to be able to achieve this goal. For my three main points, this will be nutrition, habits, and methods. These three things are what is going to be essential in this muscle building process and what you'll need to be able to achieve this goal. First off is nutrition. Nutrition means that you're going to have a good diet. This diet is going to include 25 to 30% of lean protein, 45 to 60% of carbohydrates, and 20 to 30% of healthy fats. These three things are the macronutrients that your body needs in order to build muscle mass and recover properly. The protein is going to be what is actually helping your muscles grow, and the carbohydrates is what is going to be fueling your workouts as well as helping you recover. And finally, the fat are what is going to be helping your hormones and helping your overall health. For my next point, this is going to be habits. Habits, you're going to need sleep and consistency. Sleep is such an essential part in the muscle building process because this is when your muscles actually grow. A lot of people push off sleep thinking it's not an important thing that you need, but it is important not just as, but maybe even more than the actual, muscle making process. For sleep, you're going to want 8 to 10 hours of sleep, going to bed consistently at a time between 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. This will allow your body to recover and get the rest it needs in order to make the muscles grow. Next is consistency. Consistency is what you need to be able to actually make sure that you're getting this muscle building process correctly. Without consistency, you're not going to be able to see the gains that you actually want to be able to see, which means that you need to work out and sleep and get your diet right consistently. You can't just choose whenever you feel like it. Otherwise, you won't see any progress, and even if you do, it's going to be very slow and not as much as you want it. And then for my final point, this is going to be the methods that you take for going about this actual muscle building process. These muscle building processes end up being two main things, which is weight training and calisthenics. Weight training is using external objects to be able to build your muscle. This could be barbells, dumbbells, or machines. These isolate the muscles more than calisthenics would and make it easier for you to focus and grow one particular muscle group. On the other hand, calisthenics is more of an overall muscle building process. It makes it so you're more athletic, you gain more stability, and it helps out with overall health. Calisthenics is when you use your own body weight to complete exercises. These exercises could be push-ups, pull-ups, or sit-ups. Either way, both of these methods will make you grow the same amount of muscle mass. In the end, it ends up just being preference about which path you take. Next is going to be form and performance. Form and performance is going to be very important in this muscle building process because if you don't have either of these things, then all your effort that you're making is practically null. For form, you need good form, otherwise it could lead to injury, which could make you lose muscle mass because you're not working out for a long time and trying to recover from that injury. Next is performance, because if you don't put the effort in correctly, you're not going to see the results you want. For this effort, you're going to be wanting to do at least 2 sets till failure with 8 to 12 repetitions for each set. Going to failure means going to keep going until you can't do a rep correctly. For these sets, you're going to want proper rest time in between them. Otherwise, you're not going to have the energy to go all out when instead of resting efficiently. Rest periods should be around 2 to 5 minutes, and Honestly, it ends up being preference of how long you rest. It should just be as long as it takes to make you feel like you can go 100% again. And then finally, the last method is cardio. Cardio is essential to just your overall health, because if you don't do cardio, your cardiovascular health is going to decrease a lot, as well as your endurance and just your overall health. This means that without cardio, you're going to be keeping a lot of the fat that you're going to be putting on because you're bulking, because you want as much muscle mass as possible. For this bulk, you're going to want around 300 to 500 calories above your maintenance, which is why you need to do this cardio to burn that extra calories off. Otherwise, you're going to keep that fat on. But to conclude, with these three main points being nutrition, methods, and habits, you're going to need to keep all three as an essential part of your everyday lifestyle. Otherwise, you will not be able to see the progress that you want to and build muscle mass in the most efficiency. In the end, I hope you can take these points to help you on your process and help you be able to get the results that you want. Or you can ignore everything that I just said and just take trend instead.